So today's video is about corn snakes, and this is Corny. He is a rescue snake. He was actually kind of left behind when someone moved in their apartment, and so he now serves as an education ambassador for Fox Run. So corn snakes are native to the southeastern part of the United States. In Kentucky, they're found in kind of two niche areas. They're found in Mammoth Cave, and they're found in the Red River Gorge. And so Corny is kind of into pockets, and he keeps trying to leave me because he wants to go get in my pockets. And so corn snakes actually go as far north as New Jersey, along the coastal region. And so Corny is about 5 years old, and he is about 3 feet long. Corn snakes typically get up to about 4 feet long. When they're born, they're about the size of a pencil. So they're about 1 foot long and very thin. So corn snakes eat rodents. They'll eat frogs and lizards and sometimes eggs in bird nests. They are very good climbers, as you can see. So corn snakes are sometimes mistaken for copperheads. They do have a similar type of coloring. If we can show you Corny's head. So Corny has a much smaller head than a copperhead. He has round eyes, and he doesn't have as pointed nose as the venomous snakes because he is not holding venom. Corn snakes are harmless. They're very docile. As you can see, they're pretty laid back snakes, which has made them very popular in the pet trade. So Corny has orange kind of blotches with black, and he is a brighter color than the copperheads. The copperheads have more of an hourglass. It's more of a muted kind of tan and light orange coloring, and it kind of looks like an hourglass on their back. And the copperheads are thicker. So Corny is a thinner snake, and you can kind of see his underbelly. So he has white and black markings. So there's a couple of reasons for the name corn snake. One are these markings kind of made people think, no, we're not going in my shirt, kind of made people think of Indian corn. And the other reason is that corn snakes eat lots of rodents, so they are often found in agricultural areas, and people would find them along corn cribs or in corn cribs and other places where grains and corn were being sold or stored. So at the end of this video, there is a section with Corny eating a mouse, if you'd like to watch that. It's fascinating. Also, if you have any questions about corn snakes, just put them in the comments below. And also leave us a comment on what other animals that you'd be interested in seeing videos on.
He's on him if he's moving. So if he's moving in a direction, just follow him and he'll get cozy. Whenever you take him out, you just use the snake hook and you just pet him kind of like on the back just to tell him, I'm gonna get you. And then reach in through the middle and pick him up. Okay, that's all I gotta do. Oh, and if you have people touch him, you want to go down the scales, not up, because it's kind of like bending a fingernail backwards. It could hurt really bad for them. He's cozy.
They're always going to try to find that warm spot.
Really?
Usually it's the armpit.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Or pockets. He happens to like pockets too.
Oh yeah, he got in my pocket once. I almost had to take my pants off to get him.
This is Corny's shed. The shed is the outer layer of skin that comes off so that the snake can grow. Humans shed their skin too, but we continuously shed individual skin cells. The snake can't do that, so they shed the outer layer of skin all at once. Corny is about 5 years old and sheds once or twice a month. When he is getting ready to shed, his skin pigment looks darker and his eyes become milky. When Corny is shedding, he hides in his house. Snakes in the wild hide during shed because they cannot see as well and they are more prone to predators. Snakes continue to grow through their entire lives. The only change is that they will grow slower and shed less frequently. It is important that the entire skin layer comes off. Sometimes in the wild, snakes have problems shedding. Usually this is due to dry weather and them not having enough moisture in the skin. Education snakes like Corny, or pet snakes, may also have problems shedding. We keep a bowl of water for Corny to get into, and if he has a problem, we could mist him to provide some extra moisture. So the next part of this video is going to be me feeding Corny. So if that makes you a little bit squeamy, you might want to skip over the next minute or so. Corny knows I normally have a piece of wood that holds down his top. Corny's very good at escaping. And he knows when that wood comes off, he's either being fed or taken out for an adventure. And so he is showing me that he is ready to go. So I'm going to lift up the cage. I am multitasking with the camera right now. And so I'll move the camera here. So Corny has the mouse in his mouth. And he does need to get that situated in the right direction. So we do feed Corny captive bred white mice, and the reason we do that is for the safety of the snake. Yes, he would normally in the wild be catching live mice, but that can cause some problems. Sometimes live mice bite at the snake. They can injure their face or their eyes, and so Corny does eat lab mice as a result of that. And he does need to situate the mouse a little bit. So he is orientating himself a little bit better, moving around. And we do this about once a week. Sometimes in the warmer months, I'll feed him more often. And in the winter months, he does not eat as often. I've actually discarded a couple of mice in the wintertime because he just was not interested in eating at that time. So, but you can see now he's kind of oriented the mouse, and he works on opening his jaws wider so that he can get the mouse in his mouth and down into his digestive system. So I'm not sure what he thinks of me filming him doing this, but usually I leave him alone and let him eat in peace. But he is used to my presence, and he is a good snake. So, and as you can see, he's working that mouse into his mouth, and he moves his body and angles his body so that the mouse can go down. I love the way he uses his body to push the mouse down into his digestive system, and it's really pretty cool that you can see that going down into his body. So snakes are predators, snakes are carnivores. This is the way the snake eats naturally, albeit that usually he's catching his own mouse and not me handing him a mouse. But snakes do, as I've said, snakes do a great service to the environment of controlling rodents and other animals that carry diseases and things. And so snakes are very much worthy of our respect and admiration. So he continues to wiggle his body a little bit, moving that mouse through it, and so he will continue to do that, and then often he goes to his water dish, and sometimes he lays in the water dish, and a lot of times after eating, he likes to go and hide under the water dish, or go into he has a house, and he likes to go and just chill out when he, and that gives his body time to digest the food and to nourish his body.